That is why I've chosen my own profession, or rather, created it. For I am the only one in the world.
The only unofficial detective.
The only unofficial consulting detective. I take no credit in my cases. The work itself, the pleasure of finding a field for my particular powers is my highest reward. You can close that drawer. You have made the wrong diagnosis, Doctor. I have my stimulant here.
This account of you we have from all quarters received. Be in your chamber, then. Good heavens, this is a mystery indeed. What do you imagine it means?
No, I have no data yet. It is a capital mistake to theorize before one has data. But the note itself, what do you deduce from it?
It's a man's writing.
Good.
Presumably well-to-do. It's expensive paper, this. It's peculiarly strong and stiff.
Peculiar, that is the very word. It is not English paper at all. Hold it up to the light.
Ah. Large E, small g, large P and G with a small T woven into the texture.
And that is?
Maker's monogram.
Excellent, Watson. Come along. Let us consult our continental gazetteer. Your cigars. You see, I was not unmindful of your return.
Oh.
Would you care for some whiskey? There's money in this case, Watson, if there's nothing else.
Holmes, I think your visitor will want me out of the way.
Not a bit, Doctor. Stay where you are. I am lost without my Boswell.
But he sounded so secretive.
I may need your help, and so may he. Now stay in that armchair and give me your full attention. Here he comes. Doctor, I shall require all your courage and alertness.
I should be delighted.
You don't mind breaking the law?
Not in the least.
Nor running the chance of arrest?
Not in a good cause.
Oh, the cause is excellent.
Well, then I am your man.
Splendid.
How absurdly simple.
Quite so. Every problem is absurdly simple when it is explained to you. Pum, 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 pum.
Holmes, why are you so cheerful? You're unemployed, you have no case to solve. Now, normally that produces black moods and the infernal lethargy of the cocaine bottle.
You have not used the logical principles which I constantly expound.
Sherlock Holmes is cheerful, so Sherlock Holmes must have a case.
Pah! See what you can make of that, friend Watson. I commend that fact very carefully to your attention, Inspector. Mrs. King. Would you like to sit down, Mrs. King?
Holmes? What did you write in that note?
See if you can read it.
Come here at once. Come here at once.
How absurdly simple.
Holmes? 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 Holmes?
You come at a crisis, Watson.
You're interested.
Indeed. Well, if you are ready, let us start for Braebury House, Woking at once.
Well, my practice...
Oh. Well, I mean, if your cases are more interesting than mine.
I was going to say my practice would do very well for a day or two. It's the slackest time of the year.
Excellent. Then let us visit this diplomatist who is in such evil case, and the lady to whom he dictates his letters. Mrs. Hudson! Hot water!
Yes, I bicycle a good deal.
Slight
roughening on the side of the soles caused by the friction of the pedals.
Excellent, Watson. The marks on your shoes. Oh, no, you really have done remarkably badly. He goes back to the Hall, and you come all the way back to London to call on a house agent.
Well, I found the information I was seeking.
You found the name Williamson, which conveys nothing to my mind.
Well, we know he's elderly and respectable.
And therefore unlikely to be the energetic cyclist that sprints away from that athletic young girl.
Well, what should I have done?
Gone to the nearest public house. That is the center of country gossip. They would have given you every name from the master to the scullery maid. Instead of which you give me Williamson. Who is the better for that?
I shall go back tomorrow and visit the public house.
No, my dear sir, do not commit yourself to rashness because you are temporarily depressed. We can do nothing useful until Saturday.
Did I really do remarkably badly?
Yes.
You going to Farnham?
I want to test one or two theories which I have formed.
Shall I come with you?
No, that will be neither useful nor necessary.
Try the nearest public house. Always a good centre for country gossip.
Thank you, Watson. Capital notion. It was absolutely delicious, Watson.
So I see.
A straight left against a slogging ruffian. I emerged, as you see me.
And the slogging ruffian?
Mr. Woodley was taken home in a cart.
Holmes, I have the results of the trial. Listen to this. The judge, in summing up, said... Holmes.
Watson, may I be permitted an educated guess?
Go on, then.
I would expect Woodley to get 10 years, Williamson 7 years, and Carruthers, in view of the eloquent speech I made on his behalf at the trial, probably 6 months.
That is exactly right.
Well, I have certain advantages, Watson. Largely the fact that I sent out for the early editions.
An undoubted advantage.
A splendid day all round, wouldn't you say?
There is more splendor yet to come.
More splendor? What do you mean?
Watch carefully.
Oh, I remember. The chemical reaction that will solve the mystery concerning the persecution of Mr. John Vincent Harden.
Precisely. I've spent the entire week in the Imperial Science Museum, and I think this is the answer.
Is that the answer, Holmes?
Yes, that is the answer, boss. Oh, then explain. I think you'll find the story in the first or second book of Samuel. My Old Testament is a little rusty.
You're quite right, Holmes. Second book of Samuel. Chapter 11, verses 14 to 17. You appear to have looked it up yourself.
Since we returned home from Aldershot.
How did you know?
You used this bill for our meal at Waterloo as a bookmarker, did you not?
Excellent, Watson.
Elementary, my dear Holmes.
Good night, old fellow.
I'm very sorry, Watson. But it seems to be the common lot this morning.
What?
Mrs. Hudson has been roused. She retorted on me and I on you.
But it's only 7:15. What is it, a fire?
No. A client. What a very amiable person. I may not be quite so bulky, but...
Holiday, are you, gentlemen?
No, we're architects. Taking a look at some of the local houses.
What are you doing, Watson?
Well, I'm using your methods, Holmes, seeing whether the ground has been disturbed.
And what have you come up with?
Your footprints, I believe. And mine and Miss Stoner's.
I really have some scruples taking you tonight. There's a distinct element of danger.
If I can be of assistance.
It's very kind of you.
You evidently saw more in those rooms than was visible to me, Holmes.
No. But I probably deduced a little more.
Oh, excuse me, you are engaged. I am interrupting your study of that hat.
No. The matter is a perfectly trivial one. But there are points in connection with it which are not devoid of interest. Even of instruction.
I suppose that, homely as it looks, that thing has some deadly story linked to it. That is the clue which will guide you in the solution of some mystery and the punishment of some crime.
No. It is just one of those whimsical little incidents that will occur when you have 4 million people all jostling each other within the space of a few square miles.
So what do you gather from that? Battered old felt.
You know my methods. What do you yourself gather as to the individuality of the man who has worn this particular article? It was accompanied by a goose, Watson. For Mrs. Henry Baker was printed upon a small card attached to the bird's left leg.
Well, apart from the initials inside, HB, presumably Henry Baker, I can see nothing.
On the contrary, Watson, you can see everything. But you fail to reason from what you see. You are too timid in drawing your inferences.
Then, pray, tell me what it is that you can infer from that hat. Yeah, well, now you are certainly joking.
Not in the least.
Well, I have no doubt that I'm very stupid. For example, how do you deduce that the man is intellectual?
It is a question of cubic capacity. A man with so large a head must have something in it. Come in. Well, I'm always ready to back my opinion in the matter of fowls. And I have a fiver with my friend here that the bird that I chose is country bred, right, Watson?
What? Oh, yes, absolutely.
Ah, you've lost your money then, because it's town bred.
It is nothing of the kind.
I say it is.
I don't believe you.
Come on, pay up, Holmes.
What do you think I... What about this gentleman's fiver?
Charlie, give us some of these boxes. Oh, listen, after all it is, the season for forgiveness. Come.
Midnight. Merry Christmas, Holmes.
And to you, my dear friend.